Hey guys, how are y'all's 2025 going? Today I'm going to be doing a fragrance video and ranking them just like I did in that other video like 8 months ago. Now I didn't really get a whole lot of new colognes at all, but I have a different sense of smell, and so the ranking is going to be a little bit different. And yeah, if you guys saw my newer video, you can see that I got Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. And soon I will be getting 2 Lattafa fragrances. But besides that, let's go to the fragrances, least to best, and yeah. And this video is in landscape, unlike the other one that was in portrait. Alright, so the least favorite out of my whole collection is Classic Match. It is a Polo Blue dupe. And it's supposed to smell like Polo Blue. I'm not sure if it does. I've smelled Polo Blue before, but it's been a while since I have. I think it was in Belk. So yeah. It was about $7 at Walmart. So yeah, it's a really cheap fragrance. And it doesn't smell bad at all. Like, it smells pretty good, and it lasts probably about 2 hours. It doesn't last too long, but it smells pretty good. Now, it doesn't smell quality. That is the problem with this. It doesn't smell quality. It smells cheap, and it is cheap, so there's a reason for that. The bottle is kind of boring. It just says Classic Match and has this plastic top made to look like metal or steel, but it's very much so plastic. It's a really fresh scent. If you guys look at the notes of Polo Blue, it's probably very close to that. I'm not sure if this is on Fragrantica, but you guys could check. Next up is Nautica Voyage. Yes, this is not my least favorite, but it's second to least, so it's pretty far down there. Now, all the hate on Nautica Voyage is definitely forced, in my opinion, because it's not a bad fragrance. It doesn't smell extremely quality unless you let it dry down. Dry down is actually really good, to be honest. And in the beginning, it smells like cucumber, but when I spray it on my skin, it does smell like alcohol for a good 5 minutes. It doesn't last too long like other people say. It really doesn't. It lasts probably just a little longer than the Classic Match. And again, with the plastic top, I'm sure everyone knows that. It is built way more quality than the Classic Match, but yeah. The bottle looks really good in my opinion, especially in this light. Caramel quality is kind of advancing it, or helping it, but it looks kind of majestic. Like everyone says, a fresh, like, out the shower scent, and when you slowly press it, squirts out. It's so weird. Getting the desk wet. Alright, so I actually switched up my ranking a bunch throughout the last couple days, and Drakkar Noir is now my third. Third to least. It's not a bad smell, but what I figured out last night, I sprayed this, I let it dry down, and it starts to kind of smell like a mechanical shop. Like, it smells like tires. Yes, it's strong on leather, especially in the beginning. It's very strong on leather. The atomizers are actually really good. Whoa. Okay, now I'll start tweaking. There we go. Anyway, the atomizer is pretty good. I like the bottle, but I wish you could see how much juice is in it. And this top is pretty flimsy. Like, you can squeeze it really easy. Besides the cap, it is a metal, like, body or whatever, bottle. And like Nautica Voyage, this will run you about $20. I smell leather and lavender in this the most. And it's actually worth $20 for sure. Next up, like I said, this is the fragrance that I just bought, Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. This is the 1 ounce bottle, that's why it looks so small, but it was only 30 bucks. So now my eye smells good. I just smelled, like, I just sprayed it right into my eye on accident. I didn't think it would spray that far. But yes, this atomizer sprays really far. Like, oh my gosh. The fragrance actually smells really good. It's just the longevity of it. As Invictus, this would actually be a really good, like, all-year scent for sure. It's got a little bit of sweetness, really clean, like, a little floral. And speaking of those, I will get into the notes of everything. And since this is the last row of my colognes, I'll do it right now. Alright, so as I figured, they do not have Classic Match on Fragrantica. So I'm just going to go off of Polo Blue. We have cucumber, melon, mandarin, orange for the top notes. Middle notes, basil, sage, geranium, whatever that says. And then base notes, suede, woodsy notes, and musk. Now, I'll probably do a dry down test on this again and see if I can smell the base notes. But for now, those are the notes. At least the dupe of it. Nautica Voyage. Very like strong on cucumber, obviously, but let's get to the notes. I swear, as soon as you type in N on Fragrantica or really anything, it's gonna show up Nautica Voyage. It's like the most popular men's fragrance, so yeah. Anyway, we have green leaves, apple for top notes, middle notes, lotus, and mimosa, whatever that says. Base notes, musk, cedar, oak mist, and amber. And I actually do smell like a more sweeter, darker scent when I smell the dry down. But yeah, that's the notes for Nautica Voyage. Let's get into Drakkar Noir. Drakkar Noir. Now, this is actually an old fragrance. I forgot all about that. It is a really old fragrance. And there is a lot of notes in this. Probably why it starts to smell like a tire. If I mess up on words, you can see there's a whole lot of notes, so don't even be talking. Top notes, lavender, lemon, bergamot, rosemary, mint, lemon verbena, basil, artemisia. Middle notes, juniper. I thought that said Jupiter. Coriander, wormwood, carnation, cinnamon, angelica, jasmine. Base notes, oak moss, pine tree needles, fir, leather, sandalwood, vetiver, patchouli, cedar, amber, and resins. That was a lot for especially this fragrance. It's pretty unique, I would say, but it kind of smells, I don't know if it makes sense, but it smells like it has like 3 notes. I wouldn't say all this, but I mean, I guess everything put together smells like Drakkar Noir. Next fragrance, Mont Blanc Explorer. So this note breakdown is actually pretty basic. It's only 3 notes. We have violet leaves, clary sage, and cedarwood. So it's not a lot of notes at all. And they fit together pretty well. Now, before I get into the next fragrances, right now I am doing a dry down test on Invictus and Dolce & Gabbana, the one. Invictus on my right arm, Dolce & Gabbana on my left arm. Alright, so now into the higher tier of fragrances, tier 2, we have Dolce & Gabbana, the one. This is a great date night fragrance. It smells a little like Versace blue jeans, just in the beginning, just a very tiny bit. Trust me, it's not anything like it in a certain way. It smells like a very good, smooth, Christmassy scent. Overall, it just smells really good to me. I feel like it has a little bit of freshness into it. This cap will break your toe. So will this bottle. Like, this glass is so thick. And the bottle looks amazing. Like, look at that. Ignore the fingerprints. Now, with Dolce & Gabbana, I do not have the Parfum version, but I will get it one of these days. Anyways, let's get into Invictus. As everyone knows, the trophy. And it is a pretty underrated fragrance, in my opinion. It smells like bubblegum. Very strong on that. It smells like bubblegum a lot. Paco Rabanne doesn't really have the best atomizers. Like, it seems so, I don't know. They're just scratchy. But it's not a bad fragrance at all. It's definitely all year, not just summer, not just winter. It's all year. It's sweet and fresh. So it's really amazing for any occasion. A fragrance no one really knows about, To Me Continuum. Very underrated. I bought this randomly, to be honest. You have to twist the top to open it. This is just a 1 ounce bottle, so it's a little bit different. This smells very quality. This specific scent is really dark. To Me Continuum. Like, extremely dark. And this atomizer is strong. When I say this is a dark scent, it's a dark scent. If you wear it in the summer, like, it's going to smell disgusting. Imagine you're in the summer and you smell a really, really dark fragrance. I feel like that's just going to make it smell like old something. It's just going to smell a little weird for the summer. So this is definitely only for winter and fall when it's like 50-something degrees or straight up snowing. But overall, it's a really good fragrance. You could find this at like Burlington or something for like $30, but on the website it's about $90. So it's pretty pricey, especially for the small bottle. But it's definitely worth it in my opinion, and I definitely am going to be getting a bigger bottle. It smells like a bit like John Varvatos or something like that. It smells a bit like that. And that's more of a budget fragrance if you want to skip this and go to John Varvatos. Since that was tier 2 and tier 2 is done, we're going to tier 3 after the note breakdown of tier 2. The top notes with Dolce & Gabbana, the one, are grapefruit, coriander, and basil. Middle notes, ginger, cardamom, and orange blossom. Base notes, amber, tobacco, and cedar. And with those notes, I just noticed this actually smells like nature. if you think about it. Sweet nature, just going outside in the woods or something, smelling the fresh air. With Invictus, the top notes are C notes, grapefruit, mandarin orange, middle notes, bay leaf and jasmine, base notes, ambergris, gouache, I'm not even going to pronounce whatever that wood is, oak moss, and patchouli. Like I said, best all year fragrance that I've ever known, at least for now, and I will always stand to that. Something I also noticed, this does smell like black pepper a little bit. I've heard someone say it on YouTube. If you like sniff it pretty hard, it does smell like black pepper a little bit. And that cap is heavy. I don't know why that felt like that. I swear, it keeps on falling. No wonder it's a locked cap. The top notes are amber, olibanum, green mandarin, middle notes, tobacco leaf, orris root, and cistus incatus. I swear, these flowers. Base notes, suede, oud, and musk. Moving on to tier 3 fragrances, we are starting with Versace Eros, just the EDT version. This is a very popular fragrance, as everyone knows. I've never smelled Versace Eros Flame, or Parfum, or Energy, or the other Energy one. It starts with an N or something. Now this fragrance is like vanilla-y and smells like a little bit of green apple. People say minty. I smell it a little bit, but it's not that strong. In the beginning, it smells very fresh. It's a bit sweet, but when it dries out, it gets very, very, smells like vanilla, like crazy. I love the bottle. It's very nice. Atomizer is also very smooth. So is the fragrance itself. Oh my goodness. In second place, out of all my fragrances, yes, is the hyped up 9 p.m. If you know, you know. It is a great fragrance. Especially if you want to drop the cap on your toe and break your toe. I'm not going to drop it because, yeah, no. As you can see, I've gone through most of the bottle. Most of it's just spraying it around my bed, to be honest, to have my bed smell good. But anyway, it is a very good fragrance from Afnan. It's very fruity. It's very smooth and it smells quality for what it is. I've never smelled Ultramall, but I know it's a dupe of it. But the vanilla mixed with the fruitiness, it's so amazing. It's so weird. Like, I don't know. It's just something about it. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl. And then in first place, we have Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense. This fragrance smells amazing. It is my favorite fragrance since I got it. The atomizer is not extremely good. I mean, it's pretty nice, but it smells so good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I've never smelled anything like it. It's very unique in my opinion because I've never smelled anything like it. I love the bottle. The bottle is really nice. It's definitely a winter scent. It's sweet, smells like toffee. Putting this cap on is also so, satisfying for some reason. It smells like, I don't know. All right, note breakdown of tier 3, the last tier of my favorite fragrances out of my collection. Like I said, with Versace Eros, the dry down smells like vanilla. Like, it's so strong. It smells so amazing. The top notes are mint, green apple, lemon. Middle notes, tonka bean, whatever that is. What kind of scientific thing is that? Geranium. Base notes, Madagascar, vanilla, Virginian cedar, Atlas cedar, vetiver, and oak moss. Now let's go to 9 p.m. The best sweet fragrance that I know right now. The top notes are apple. I just dropped it. Apple, cinnamon, wild lavender, bergamot. Middle notes, orange blossom, and lily of the valley. Base notes, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and patchouli. It's so nice. It doesn't make sense. It just made a dent. Now, Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense. It smells a lot like the Parfum. I can't really see much of a difference, but in my opinion, I do like this better. Now, with the EDT, the regular one, it has it's more of a clear, glass part of it. I do want that really bad. It smells good, and I need it. I'll probably get a 1.6 ounce bottle once I do have the money to get it. This only has 3 notes. Top note, cardamom. Middle note, toffee. Base note, amberwood. And it smells amazing. And it smells extremely smooth. I know that sounds weird, but yes, it smells smooth. Just like all 3 of these, they smell very smooth. I recommend all 3 of these for sure. All year, winter. Surprisingly, this video took a while to make, and I'm still going to be editing it. And my phone's going to be overheating like crazy. If you guys could get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, that would be amazing. I know it's a long ways away, but that has been my dream. I hit 200 subscribers a couple days ago, and thank you guys so much. I made a video of you thanking all. When I was little, I used to think, like, I would have never known I would even have a YouTube channel. I would have guessed of having like 5 to 8 subscribers, not 200. I know it's not a lot, but it's still amazing, and I'm very thankful for it. It's a lot to me because I've always thought of not having a lot of subscribers when I was younger, and I thought even 50 was a lot. So yeah, 209, I believe, subscribers is amazing. I actually have my live count on here. I gotta turn this on real quick. It might not have changed. Let's see. Load up, load up, load up. And we're at 209 still. Let's see if I can refresh real quick. So we're at 209, but it's still amazing. I would have never thought of having 209 subscribers. Now, I think maybe tonight I'll try to make a logo for my profile picture. But before that, I gotta edit this video. When it comes to views, I've hit 88,000 on shorts and videos 22,000. Me looking at that and thinking of it as YouTube, I used to want to do this as a kid. Look at me, 17 years old, hit over 100,000 views on YouTube. Let's go! Recommend some fragrances. I might get them, and I will show you guys the Lattafa fragrances I'm actually getting on Amazon right now. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, both of them right there and right there. And yeah, peace.